What's up? Welcome back to Tech I Like Today. My name is Michael, and today Apple just released iOS 13.4 to the public. In this video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at every single new feature in this software update. Let's go ahead and jump in. To update your device to iOS 13.4, open the Settings app, go to General, and then click on Software Update. And then from here, you'll be able to upgrade to the latest version of iOS 13.4. So the first change is inside the Mail application when you're viewing a message. So before, in earlier versions of iOS, Apple only allowed you to view two toggles at the bottom of this page, and they were at the bottom right. And now in iOS 13.4, we have new options here when viewing Mail, and they make a lot more sense. So at the bottom left, you'll have your option for either archive or delete. You have move to a new inbox, we have reply, and we also have compose. Another new feature with iOS 13.4 is iCloud Drive folder sharing. So if you have a folder of contents that you would like to share with someone else stored on your iPhone or iPad and you're using iCloud Drive, all you have to do is press and hold on the folder you wish to share and then click on the share button. And now there is a new option in iOS 13.4 called Add People. If you click on this, you can add as many people as you like that can see and have access to the contents of this folder. Inside the messaging application, Apple has also added some new Emoji Stickers. Now, personally, I don't use this feature, but I figured I may as well show you anyway, since Apple is always adding new ones. So if we go here, you can see here's my Memoji. I don't know specifically which ones are new. Apple added, I think, 5 or 6. This one with the hearts around my face definitely looks new. I think this one where I'm praying is also new. And this one where I'm celebrating, I think, is my favorite. So a few extra Memoji stickers for you to mess around with and share to your friends. Something else that's new in iOS 13.4 isn't something that I can actually show you. It's something that's going to be implemented by app developers. So it's the option for universal app purchases between Mac apps and iOS apps. So if a developer has an app available on the Mac App Store and they also have an app available for iOS, they can unlock an option where if a user purchases the Mac app, they automatically get the iOS app and vice versa. So not a natural feature, I can show you just some extra options for developers when choosing purchase options for their applications. On top of all those other features I just mentioned for the iPhone, there also is a huge update to the iPad in iOS 13.4. So the iPad finally gains Trackpad support. So I here have the Magic Trackpad 2, and it completely works with iPadOS with the latest update. So as you can see, I now have a cursor on my iPad screen. So to add a trackpad of your own, simply go into Settings, Bluetooth, add the trackpad once you turn it on, and it's as easy as that. You don't need to set up any accessibility settings, it just works. So I'll zoom in my camera here a little bit just so you can see the actual physics of how the trackpad works. So you can go home by swiping up with 3 fingers, but I want you to watch the cursor because it's gonna disappear as I go close to an app icon. So watch the blue Crave icon. As I move up, it snaps to the icon, kind of like how the Apple TV interface works. If I move over, I can go to the NHL app, I can go to Netflix. So as you can see, it snaps the cursor to each item as you move it closer. This also works with Control Center. So if I move the cursor all the way up to the top right, as you can see, all that information gets highlighted. If I click it, I can bring down Control Center. So it also works with gestures. So like I said, to go home, all you have to do is swipe up with 3 fingers. You can also use that exact same 3-finger gesture to open multitasking. So if I do this and hold, that was a little bit of a glitch on my end. If I go up and hold, you'll go into multitasking. You can also swipe between applications. So if I'm in Safari, I can swipe from the left to the right, and now I can go into settings. So it's very similar to macOS, and it's very well implemented into the operating system. There are a few little things here and there that are a little bit finicky with the trackpad support. So it involves slide over. So because slide over is mainly meant to be used with a finger, where you take an application from the bottom like Twitter and drag it out, it's really not the same with the trackpad because the physics don't really work the same. I'll open an app that actually supports slide over like Safari because settings doesn't. If you bring your cursor really quickly down to the bottom of the screen, it'll open the dock. You can grab Twitter, click on it, and then drag it out. But the issues start to come when you want to move this window around. As you can see, the cursor snaps to the handle here, but the physics don't really work very well when you want to slide it out. As you can see, it's a little bit glitchy. So there are a few little things here and there that Apple needs to work with, but I think it is a very good implementation for Apple's first try at trackpad support. So obviously, alongside this trackpad support, you have to think Apple needs something to sell alongside it. And this came out a few days ago. This is the new iPad Pro. For the 11-inch, it's the second generation, and for the 12.9-inch, it's the fourth generation. They're selling this new keyboard with trackpad case. So with iOS 13.4, that's what's going to be shipping with the new iPad Pro. It will work perfectly with Apple's new, very expensive case, which also has a trackpad and will support all these features that I've shown you in this video. So we have another change inside the Music app in iOS 13.4. This applies for the iPad and the iPhone. I'm just showing you my iPhone here. When you are listening to a song and viewing the lyrics, there is a new little UI change that will tell you when the song is going to start going into the lyrics again. So when there's just music playing, you will see this little animation with 3 dots. And then just as the lyrics are about to start, all 3 dots will be filled in and the little animation will come towards you, and then the song will start. So kind of a nice little enhancement there, just letting you know when you can start singing along to the music. So in terms of main changes of iOS 13.4, that is pretty much it. There is a huge list available at the Apple website, which I'm going to link below, which tells all of the bug fixes that Apple has included in this update. This is a pretty substantial update. In my opinion, it's the biggest update to iOS 13 since the initial beta release. So tell me in the comments below what you think. Tell me your favorite feature, and if your bug has been fixed or not, also tell me in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Michael with Tech I Like Today. Make sure to subscribe and click the like button. I'll see you in the next video.